All right, good morning, guys. Let's go through this. This is your Chapter 6 review. Hopefully you guys had a chance to look it over. I put it online for you guys for Canvas. So hopefully you get a chance to look over it. If not, you might want to follow along pretty close. It's pretty simple. Now, I'm going to follow the instructions. If it tells me to do it by graphing the systems of equations, I'm going to solve it by graphing. If it says substitution and so on. But when you take your test, I'm not going to care which way you solve it, okay? So work with whatever works best for you. If you like the graphing, sweet. If you like the substitution, fine, use substitution, okay? But use whatever is best for you, all right? So here we go. Number one, use the graph at the right to determine whether the system has no solution, one solution, or infinite solutions, okay? You might want to write this down. No solutions, that means it's parallel. Okay, those are parallel lines. In other words, they don't cross, remember? Okay, they have to cross. One solution just means crosses once. Crosses once. Or if it's infinite solutions, that is the same line. That's the same line, Lynn. That's the same line, okay? So that's what we're looking for, that's it. Okay, they give you the graphs over on the side, they're gonna ask you which one it is, okay? So here we go. Number one, you're gonna look for these two equations. Y equals negative x, which is this one right here, okay? And then you've got x plus y equals 3, so that's this one. Okay, obviously they're parallel, you can see it over there where I graphed it, so this one would be no solution. Okay, no solution. Number two, x minus 2y, where's my eraser? X minus 2y equals negative 3. So that would be this one. And then 4x plus y equals 6. That's this one. Okay, so how many times do those cross? That is this point right here. Okay, so it is one solution. One solution. Okay, pretty simple. Going on. All right, here we go. Graph each system of equations. Determine whether it has no solution, one solution, or infinite solutions. Okay, number three. Y equals negative x plus 4. So I'm going to positive 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And my slope is negative x. So I'm going to go down 1 over 1. Okay, so there's my line. It's really thick. Okay, here we go. Next one, x minus 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And my slope is 1. So I'm going to go up 1 over 1. So this one obviously crosses one time. So this solution is 4, 0. Okay, that's the point where it crosses. All right, next one's going to take a little bit of work. Okay, we've got to put this into slope-intercept form. So let's do the first one. 2x minus y equals negative 3. I'm going to move the 2x over. Negative 2x, or I'm sorry, positive 2x becomes a negative 2x. So we've got negative y equals negative 2x minus 3. And then I'm going to divide by negative 1, negative 1, negative 1, because I can't have a negative y. Okay, so I've got y equals 2x plus 3. So now we can graph it. 2x plus 3 up 2 over 1. Now, because I'm out of space, I'm going to go down 2 over 1, down 2 over 1, down 2 over 1. Okay? There's that first line. Okay? I'm going to go kind of quick because of the recording. It's also 7:10 in the morning, so I'm trying to go through this before I have stuff to do. If you have a question, just go back, watch it again. You should be able to pick up on what I did, okay? All right, here we go. Let's go to the other equation. 6x minus 3y equals negative 9. Okay, I'm subtracting 6x from both sides. Leaves me negative 3y equals negative 6x minus 9. Divide by negative 3, negative 3, negative 3. Y equals 2x minus, or I'm sorry, 2x plus 3. It's the exact same equation that we already had. Okay, so let's do this one in green. 2x plus 3, up 2 over 1, and then down 2 over 1. Because it's the same equation, What does that mean? I'm gonna kind of, it's on the same line, so that just simply means infinite solutions. Infinite solutions, it's the same exact line, okay? That's all it is. All right, going on. Now it says we're going to use substitution. Use substitution. Okay, so remember when we're doing substitution, I like them to be out to the side of each other. So all I did was I rewrote it, okay, no big deal. This one says y equals 3x. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that y, that 3x, and I'm going to plug it in place of y, okay? So here we go, I'm going to rewrite it. X plus, what did y equal? 3x equals 4. So 1x plus 3x is 4x, not 4x, just 4, equals 4. Divide by 4, divide by 4, x equals 1. Okay? X equals 1. Now, I've got the x coordinate, so now all I'm going to do is plug it back in. So y equals 3x. So now x is 1, so I'm going to go y equals 3 times 1. 3 times 1 is 3, so 1, 3. Okay? The other one's not so easy, okay? We got to do a little bit of work. It says use substitution, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to change that 5x minus y to y equals. So I'm going to subtract 5x from both sides. And I can't have a negative y, so I'm going to change it to y equals 5x minus 10. Okay, so I'm going to put that over here to the side. Y equals 5x minus 10. Okay? If you need to, like I said, go back, look at it again. Alright, so here we go. Y equals 5x minus 10, so I'm going to put that in place of the y. So if I rewrite it, 7x minus 2, 5x minus 10 equals 11. I have to distribute, so I've got 7x minus 10x plus 20 equals 11. 7x minus 10x, those are like terms, so I'm going to go negative 3x, and I'm going to go ahead and subtract 20 from both sides. Equals negative 9, divide by negative 3, x equals positive 3. Okay? Now I got to plug it back into the other equation. 5 times x is 3, that's 15, 15 minus 10, y equals 5. 3, 5. Okay? Hopefully we're good. Once again, if you have any questions, please stop. Make sure that you know what you're doing. If you need to, go back, watch it again. Watch it as many times as you need to, okay? All right, here we go. Elimination. This is the easy one. The 4y is already canceled, okay? So I'm going to add everything. The 4y plus negative 4y, those cancel out. So we've got 1x and 1x. Be careful with that, okay? Make sure you put the 1s there. 1 plus 1 is 2. So we've got 2x equals negative 8, that's negative 16. Divide by 2, x equals negative 8. And now I'm going to pick one of the equations. I'm going to pick the top one because I don't like messing with negatives as much as possible. So x plus 4y equals negative 8. If x is negative 8, now I can solve. I'm going to add 8 to both sides. 4y equals 0, so y is going to be 0. Negative 8, 0. Okay? Number 8. Solve the system of equation. We're going to use elimination. Obviously, you can look at it and see that the x's can cancel out pretty easily. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply the second equation by 2. okay? So now I've got, now, here's the problem we ran into yesterday. In class, some people wanted to multiply by -2 or whatever. You don't have to do that because look, you've already got a positive, you've already got a negative, so we don't need to change the signs, we just need to change the numbers, okay? If the signs are already different, they're gonna cancel each other out when the numbers match. Okay, so don't worry about changing the signs, just change the numbers. So we've got 2 times negative x, so we have negative 2x, 2 times 3y, that's 6y, and a couple people messed up on this yesterday. Don't forget to multiply everything, okay? 2 times negative 7 is negative 14, okay? So here's my focus. I crossed off what I don't need anymore. I'm going to add them together. 2x's cancel out, okay? 5y, 6y, we have 11y equals 3 plus negative 14 is negative 11. You divide by 11, divide by 11. Y equals negative 1. Okay? Now, I can go back and use any of these equations, okay? I can use any 3 of them, okay? So I'm going to pick the top one. I erased the line because I wanted to be able to choose which one I wanted. So let's go to the top one. 2x plus 5y equals 3. Y is negative 1. So I'm going to go 2x plus 5 times negative 1 equals 3. That's negative 5. So when I move it, it becomes a positive 5. 2x equals 8. Divide by 2. X equals 4. Okay, so 4, negative 1. xy. Remember, if you want to check it, you can always plug them back into the equations, see if you got them right. You don't have to, but if I'm taking the test, I probably would every once in a while just to make sure that it's okay. All right, here we go. Number 9, number 10, same thing. 2x minus 2x, those cancel. So I've got negative 2y equals, that's 28. So I'm negative 2, y equals negative 14. I'm going to choose the second one. Negative 2x plus 3y equals 12. Okay, so y is negative 14, so I'm going to go 2 times, I'm going to go 2x, okay, let me rewrite it. Negative 2x plus 3 times negative 14 equals 12. 3 times negative 14 is negative 42, I believe. I did that in my head, so I hope I didn't make any mistakes. Move that, becomes a positive 42. Negative 2x equals 54. Negative 2, x equals negative 27. So this point would be negative 27, negative 14. If you would like to graph it, be my guest, okay? Be my guest. You're welcome to check that out. All right, here we go. 10x, oh, I'm sorry, number 10. 2x plus 5y equals 9, and 2x minus y. I'm not going to solve this whole thing, okay, just because we're running out of time. I don't want to make this video longer than it needs to be. But what I would do is I would multiply this bottom one by negative 1, which basically just changes all the signs, okay? So it makes it negative 2x minus y equals negative 13. The x's are going to cancel, right? So 5y minus 1y is 4y equals negative 4. Y equals negative 1, okay? Now you can plug that into either equation. What I would do is put it into the equation that would change, the second one. If y is negative 1, that makes it very, very simple, okay? So if you have any questions on that one, let me know. I'm not going to solve that one all the way through. All right, going on. Determine the best method, and then we're going to solve it. Okay, you notice how on number 11 it says x equals 2y minus 1. This one's already set up, so the best method would be substitution, because it already has a variable isolated. So why not use that in the first place, okay? So we have the x equals, and then we're going to solve it. So this one, it says x equals, so I'm going to put that in place of x, right? So 3 times, what is x? 2y minus 1, plus plus y equals 11. We distribute, we get 6y minus 3 plus y equals 11. 6y plus y is 7y. Negative 3 becomes positive 3. Y equals 2, because we're going to divide by 7, right? Y equals 2. Now, the easiest way to do this is plug it back into that equation. X equals 2y minus 1. Y is 2. 4 minus 1, x equals 3. So your point is 3, 2. Okay? 3, 2. Alright, number 12. The easiest way to simplify this, like I said, you can do this several different ways. You can make those both y equals and graph them if you would like to. But the best method for this one would be elimination also. Okay, the first one was substitution. The second one is going to be elimination, because it would be very easy for me to change the second or either one of the equations so that the y's cancel out. You see how you have a 5x minus y and then you have a 3x minus y? Well, I see the minus y's, and this will be very easy for me to multiply this top equation by negative 1. Okay, times negative 1. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to change all the signs. You with me? I'm just going to change the signs. So I have negative 3x plus y minus 13. All I did was I just changed the signs. I multiplied everything times negative 1. Okay? 5x minus 3x is 2x. The y's cancel. 17 minus 13 is 4, so x equals 2. Now we have an x we can plug in and simplify for y. Actually, you know what? I'll go ahead and do it. I'm going to go back to the original equation. 3x minus y equals 13. I went back to the original equation before we multiplied by negative, okay? X is 2, so 3 times 2, that's 6. Minus y. Move the 6, becomes a negative. Negative y equals 7. We can't have a negative y, so I'm going to divide by negative 1. Y equals negative 7. So 2, negative 7. Alright, hopefully you understand. Like I said, go back if you need to. Go back and rewind. Let's see how many more slides we got. Yeah, we're getting there. I like this one. The sum of two numbers is 17. So we're solving a word problem. The sum of two numbers is 17. We don't know what the numbers are. So sum means I'm going to add. So x plus y, we don't know what the numbers are. What is it? 17. Their difference is 29. So I'm going to do the same thing, but now I'm going to subtract it. That would be pretty easy to solve, correct? So we want to know what the numbers are. What's x plus x? 2x. The y's cancel. 46. So we divide by 2, divide by 2. So the first number is 23. Right? So now I'm going to plug it in here because I like all the positives. So we have x plus y equals 17. What is x? X is 23. So I just subtract 23 from both sides. Y is negative 6. There's my two numbers. 23, negative 6. Okay? Alright, going on. Number 8. Adult tickets for the school sold for $3.50. Student tickets sold for $2.50. 321 tickets were sold altogether for $937.50. How many of each type of ticket were sold? Remember when we were doing this, I told you guys to look for your two values, okay, your two totals. Okay, so my first total is they sold 321 tickets, okay? They sold 321, okay? And here's how much money they made, okay? So $937.50. Okay, hopefully everybody's cool with that. Now, what kind of tickets do we have? We have adult tickets. Let's call it A and... Now, I don't like saying S for students, okay? So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to call it C, okay? I'm going to call that child tickets or student tickets, okay? C, the letter C. The reason I don't like S is because it looks too much like a 5, okay? So 321 tickets. Well, it doesn't matter how much they're worth. So the adult tickets plus the child tickets, there's 321 of them, correct? Now, the last one is where you have the value, okay? How much are adult tickets worth? 350, so 3.5 times A, plus the student tickets are 2.5. There's your two equations. There's your two equations, okay? So there's a couple different ways you can do this to solve. I would, just for the sake of making it smaller, I would multiply the top equation by negative 2.5. Because what that's going to do is that's going to cancel out your child tickets, right? Okay, so if I distribute, I got negative 2.5A minus 2.5C. There's what we wanted to cancel, correct? The C's. Those are gone. Now let's multiply and do my calculator. 321. Oh, hang on, let me put it back. There we go. Hold on. There we go. All right, so we're going to multiply negative 2.5 times 321. My fault. Negative 802.5, okay? Now we can do the math. 3.5 minus 2.5 is just 1, right? Isn't it? Yeah, 1A. So basically just A. A equals what? If we cancel this out, 937, I'm going to go ahead and do this. 937.5 minus 802.5. They sold 135 adult tickets. They sold 135 adult tickets. Okay, let's see if I can get this out and see what we're supposed to. There we go. I think we're good. Make sure that it didn't move it. Okay. So we sold 135 adult tickets. Well, if there were 321 total, okay, so all I got to do is just figure out 321 minus 135. 186 child tickets, okay? That's how much we're sold, okay? 135, 182. Please go back and watch that again if you're a little bit confused. Please go back and watch it again. Slow it down if you need to, okay? Going on. Ayana has $2.35 in nickels and dimes, okay? So there's your value, correct? $2.35 in what? Nickels and dimes. How much is a nickel worth? 0.05. How much is a dime worth? 0.10. Now, I'm going to show you a trick here in just a second, okay? She has 33 coins in all. What does she have? She has nickels and she has what? She has dimes. So nickels plus dimes. She has 33 coins. Now, I don't like messing with the decimals as much as possible. And if you notice, all of the decimals are 2 decimal places, right? So I know that if I multiply times 100, I can move that decimal over. So watch what I do with this. Just for the heck of it, I'm going to multiply this entire equation by 100. And what that's going to do is that's going to make it, instead of being 0.05, if I move that decimal twice, now it's just 5n. See how that works? And then now, instead of being 0.10, it's going to be 10d equals, and I'm going to move this twice, 235. Make sense? Now, instead of having to deal with the decimals, it's a little bit easier. It's a little bit easier, okay? So we got 5n, we got the n, we got d, we've got numbers, okay? I'm going to multiply the top equation by negative 5. That'll give me negative 5n minus 5d equals negative 165. Okay, all I did was I distributed -5. Whoops, stay. Okay, good. Okay, we good? So we solve 5D equals basically 70 divided by 5, D equals, let me make sure I do this right, divided by 5, 14. 14 dimes? Well, she had 14 dimes, but she had 33 total coins, right? D equals 14. Well, that means that she had a total of, 19 nickels, because she had 33 coins, okay? Hopefully that makes sense. Again, go back and watch, leave a message if you need to, okay? All right. Solve the system of inequalities by graphing. Now we're getting into the shading, okay? Now we're getting into the shading part. Y equals x plus 2, or I'm sorry, greater than x plus 2. So positive 2, we're going to go up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1, here, okay? This is just a greater than. There's no line underneath it, so it's going to be a dashed line. Dashed line. Okay, and this one is going to be greater than, so I'm going to shade above the line. You guys remember this, hopefully? So this one's greater than, so it's going to be above the y-intercept. Okay, greater than. Okay, we good? Now let's do the other one. Less than or equal to negative 2x plus 1. Less than or equal to negative 2x plus 1. So I'm going to go down 2 and write 1. Negative 2x. Negative 2x. So this one's going to be solid. And this one is less than. So I'm going to shade below the line. I'll make this one blue, so I'm going to shade down on the y-intercept, okay, down. And the overlapping area will turn green. Yellow and blue make green. Okay, so my overlapping area, my answer is that area right there. That is my area, okay? What does it mean? That means that area right there, every point in that shaded area will work to make both of the inequalities true, okay? All right, going on. Another one, 1/4 x plus 2. Okay, I'm doing this one. Positive 2, so my slope is 1/4, so I'm going to go up 1 and over 4. And for the heck of it, I'm going to go down 1 and over 4 this way. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this one's a solid line. And it's less than, so it's shaded down. Yes? I like this. It'd be kind of nice if I could do this in real life. Like on paper. That'd be kind of cool. All right, here we go. Y is greater than 2x. So because there's no y-intercept, there is no number on the end. Somebody asked me this question yesterday. There is no y-intercept, so that's going to be 0. If they don't put a number there, that's basically plus 0 or minus 0, however you want to say it, okay? So here we go. Up 2 and over 1. Up 2 and right 1. Down 2 and left 1. And this one's also going to be solid. Okay, don't forget about the lines. Don't forget about the lines. This one is greater than, so this one shades above the line. Yes? Above the line. So obviously you can see where it overlaps. My overlapping area is right there. Okay, that would be my solution for that one. Okay? All right. And I'm not going to worry too much about that. You won't see one like that on the test. If you have any questions, please, that one would take me a little while to explain. If you have any questions, please let me know. Send me a message on Canvas. Go back through, watch this, make sure that you know. Those of you that are on distance learning, tomorrow I will post, or I guess Wednesday, I will post a code for Mastery Connect for you guys to take the test. Make sure you get that done, okay? Make sure you do your test online when it is required, okay? If you have any questions, let me know. Hope you guys are staying healthy, staying safe, and let me know if you need anything. See you guys.